If you're tired of not living to your full potential, but you know you deserve more and you want to unlock a main character mindset, this video is for you. Because today I'm going to share with you guys tools and the qualities on how you can become the main character in your life and not the side character, so that you can live your best life and become authentically you. So don't forget to subscribe down below and let's get started with this video. The first way to become the main character in our life is we need to cultivate the main character mindset, because the main character is the star of the show. We know our worth, we know what we deserve, and we step into our power. So the first way that you can do this is to practice self-validation. And what I mean by that is we need to start taking other people off the pedestal and start valuing ourselves. When we put other people on a pedestal, whether we're seeking external validation through compliments or things like that, we are giving away our power. Especially if you are relying on external validation in order to feel confident, why are we putting our self-worth into other people's hands instead of putting it back into our hands? And when you can learn to put the power back into your hands, that is the first step to becoming the main character in your life. Now, compliments are great, but we shouldn't be relying on that as a sole foundation to our worth. And so one of the easiest ways that we can cultivate self-validation is to start cheering ourselves on. Start becoming our own cheerleader. And I talk about this in so many of my podcast episodes. So if you want to listen to that, listen to Glowing From Within, because I talk about that a lot. But becoming our own cheerleader in a way of, even though right now we might not feel our most confident self or we might not feel worthy, sometimes we have to fake it till we make it. So one thing that you can do, which I did when I was at my lowest point, like this is a picture of me 2 years ago. I had no boundaries, no self-worth, really insecure, and this is me now. I got to this reality by understanding that in order to change your external reality, it needs to change in here first. So putting an affirmation on your mirror and just reading it every time you walk into your bathroom or every time you walk into your bedroom, wherever it is, even if you don't believe it, because over time, subconsciously, you'll start to identify with that belief. We need to change our beliefs around ourselves, that we are worthy of love, that we are worthy of confidence, that we are worthy of becoming the main character in our life. And so we can do this by listening to meditations that are all about self-love. And I'll put on the screen some of my favorite ones, and I'll also link them down below, because this is like literally the secret formula that helped me change my life. Those are the first beginning steps I would recommend if you are in this process too. So do the affirmation on the mirror, say whatever you want to say, like I am worthy of feeling my most beautiful and confident self, whatever, okay? And doing the meditations, and you'll watch your life change in 30 days. Because the thing is, this is not going to be a overnight fix. We're not going to become the main character overnight. But if you can show up for ourselves by 1% better every day, slowly over time, like you will see the results. But you have to make that commitment with yourself. The next quality of a main character is we need to romanticize our life. And romanticizing your life, all it means is that we are enjoying the simple moments. We are being present in this moment. And you don't need to spend any money to romanticize your life. Literally just enjoy making your morning coffee or listen to your favorite podcast, Glowing From Within. Spending some extra time on your makeup if you can. Doing little things like that to practice self-love and being present. The third tip is that we need to have healthy boundaries with ourselves and with others. The main character, like I said, knows what they deserve. So if someone comes along and they don't respect them, we're not going to tolerate that anymore. We're not going to beg for respect. We're not going to beg for the bare minimum. We are starting to get comfortable that we deserve more. Now that we know the qualities of main character, it's time to move into the books to cultivate a main character mindset. And by no means do you have to read every one of these, but even if you just kind of like skim one, this can help you so much. So, Why Men Love Bitches. This book was the book that started this transformation, because when I tell you I was a people pleaser, I didn't know my worth, I was literally the doormat. I was the doormat. I think every woman should read this book. More so, how to step into your own confidence and not be the doormat in any relationship. It's so important to not overgive if you're getting nothing in return. This was the very first self-help book I think I've ever read. It's very basic, but it's You Are a Badass. It kind of talks about how to tap into an abundance mindset, and it touches upon a little bit of manifestation and also understand, like, why do you have these belief systems? Why do you have these limiting beliefs about yourself? I talked about boundaries in part 1, but this is the boundary guidebook. It's the book of boundaries. As you can see, I tabbed it, but this has boundaries for every area of your life. Friendships, work, family, friends, like you name it, it has it. So basically, as you can see right here, it has the problem, and then it's 3 types of boundaries that you can give. And that's like, this whole book is filled with that. This book has taught me how to think bigger and be kind of delulu in a way. Like, have you seen those TikToks of people are like, you need to be delusional? Like, I had a goal this year for TikTok of hitting 20,000 followers, but then I'm like, no, like, let's 10x it, let's be delulu. And the year's not over and we've hit 100,000 followers. And I'm so grateful if you're watching this and you found me on TikTok. I am so grateful for every one of you and building a community. Now that we know the main character mindset and the books to read, let's talk about main character habits, because this is the important part. So habit number 1 is to prioritize your goals. If you know you want a big life, you know you want to accomplish things, how are you prioritizing that? You know, because it's so easy to say like, oh, I want to accomplish all these things, but if you don't have a plan in place, those goals and dreams are going to come into fruition. So focus on your system, focus on your plan, whether you do habit tracking, do a vision board for the month, write in your journal and act as if it already happened, because the main character prioritizes her goals, right? So we're going to do the same. The second habit is to practice following through on your word. If you make a commitment and a promise to yourself, honor that, follow through that. One concept I've heard is that the easiest way to build confidence is to accomplish a little micro goal that you set for yourself. Let's say your micro goal was, I'm gonna wake up every day this week before 7 o'clock and go on a hot girl walk, whatever it is. At the end of the week, you feel more confident in yourself because you're like, hey, look, I can do that. I follow through on my word. Start practicing following through on your word, because again, this can help build confidence, consistency, and respecting your time and your end goal and your dream. And the third habit is to have an abundance mindset. We talked about this earlier. Having an abundance mindset is so important for manifesting, and when we have an abundance mindset, you'll watch miracles come into your life because you're looking at life with least resistance. You are looking at life with more flow and ease, and you'll see all the amazing things that come into your life. But it starts with practicing gratitude. So every morning when you wake up, just say like, I'm grateful for these 3 things. And every night before you go to bed, reflect on your day and say 3 things that you're grateful for. Hopefully there's some good beginner habits that you can add into your routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want more daily mindset and wellness tips, go to my Instagram and TikTok, Wellness by Nicole Victoria. And also, if you're ready to take the steps to unlock the new you and change your mindset, listen to my podcast, Glowing From Within, because I share tools and tips on how you become your best self. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.